We are at the 32nd Air Base in Łask in central Poland, and I am here joined by JAMMER, one of the F-16 fighter jet pilots. JAMMER, welcome to TVP World.
Welcome.
So let's begin with the basics. Can you tell me how it is to be a pilot of a fighter jet?
I think it's hard work, basically. I've been doing that for more than 10 years. So every day we got the sims, we got the briefings. So basically you have to study and work hard to become a fighter pilot.
Okay, but you're saying it's hard work, and I get that, I understand that, but yeah. It must be a lot of fun as well.
Yes, especially when you're gonna fly fast and low, like 500 feet and 450 knots. So it's basically fun, and sometimes when you're gonna go high and when you're gonna exceed more than 1 Mach number, so you can imagine it's the best job I ever had.
So exceeding 1 Mach, that's more than the speed of sound, correct?
Yes. But basically you don't feel anything inside the cockpit. However, you got that information on the HUD, so you know that you are fast.
Now, of course, we are talking about fun, but at the same time, while it's fun and it's hard work, it's also an important duty, right?
Yeah.
You are here to defend the polar skies.
Yes. So we are doing QRAs over Łask. So basically, we are just waiting for the signal, and we have to protect our country.
Can you tell me something about the F-16 machines, the Falcons here called Jastrząb in Poland? What kind of machines are they?
So basically, the heart, let's say, of that F-16 is the radar. We can detect the target from more than 100 kilometers. So basically, we are working with that sensor, and as well we got a targeting pod, which we can detect the target visually, let's say. And we have also missiles. We have a medium-range missile M120 AMRAAM and close-range M9X as well.
So that's a lot of firepower. Now that's all needed for the protection of not only polar skies, but also the skies of NATO and the European Union. We now have the ongoing Russian invasion of Ukraine just beyond Poland's borders. Does that mean that you have more duties now?
I think now we have much more work that to compare in like 3 years ago. So basically we have to be ready all the time to just blast off and protect our border, and it happens a lot now.
Now these F-16s, these are top-of-the-art machines, and you are using them to patrol the polar skies mostly? Is that your most important duty?
Yeah, during the alert, we are basically patrolling the border, the airspace, because we are on the edge of the NATO, let's say, countries. So basically we are patrolling, and in case anything will happen close to the border, we have to react at some point, yeah.
So did you ever have any interaction, let's say, with a hostile aircraft? I'm not saying that you fought any hostile aircraft, but perhaps some intervention when you had to fly close?
Yeah, I used to have some of those incidents, let's say, but I'm not gonna call them hostile, because if you're gonna call hostile, we're gonna shut them down. So basically, we got the interaction with the Russian type aircraft, especially in the close to the Baltic Sea, and also I was in Estonia on the air policing missions, so we got a couple of those incidents as well.
Can you tell me something? I know you probably can't go into much detail, but are these situations nerve-wracking? We've heard a lot about these provocations from Russian aircraft.
I think it depends on the crew. Sometimes they are pretty much friendly, they are waving to us, sending the greetings, and sometimes they are more aggressive. They want to show the armament, the missiles that they are carrying on. So it depends on the situation, but we have to be really professional at that point, and like you can see, it's been okay to these days, yeah.
So it all comes down to training, I suppose, right? To be ready for these situations. Do you get a lot of training before you become a fighter jet pilot?
I joined training in US for about 2.5 years. So T6s, T-38, and then F-16. And during the Polish Air Force Academy, I got also the flying training over there. So it took me a couple of years to just sit the first time on and fly F-16.
So just my final question now, there is a lot of cooperation, right, between the United States and all other NATO allies when it comes to the military and the Air Force?
Yes, every year, especially now, we are busy now basically, but we trying to do our best to train, and at least a couple of times each year we got like a NATO training. Sometimes it's a simulator only, but sometimes we got the, the situation that we can fly like most very complex mission, let's say, with other NATO countries.
All right, well, thank you very much. It's great to know that you are protecting our skies and that we have you protecting not only Polish skies, but also the skies of the entire NATO alliance.
Yep. Welcome to 32nd Tactical Air Base. Thanks.
Thank you. My and your guest was JAMMER, fighter jet pilot from the 32nd Air Base here in Poland. My name is Kazimierz Łysiak and you're watching TVP World.